surprised me. I mean, a lot of businesses, hasn't been a great year, but, people have been working from home. They've been making their way through it. They're still selling. They're in the construction industry. It's been very strong this year. Some entrepreneurs have been, very smart about what they sell. They're selling masks. They're selling heaters to restaurants that need outdoor dining. They're servicing and selling and maintaining swimming pools at places around the country where people are locked down and quarantined. I have one guy I talked to who is selling organic cat food because so many people were quarantined. They've adopted more cats. So, there is two sides to the story, and the other big part of the story, Adam, is e-commerce. I mean, depending on the research that you read, e-commerce sales will have increased this year over last year by anywhere from 25 to 40%, which is just ginormous.
Wow.
And that's because a lot of business owners get it. They're realizing they got to pivot online, and they're smart about it. And I don't know, man. It makes me feel optimistic about the U.S. entrepreneur and hopeful for the future. And I think that we will see a much, much better 2021. I really believe that.
Absolutely. And the lead into 2021 is the mention of a holiday season as it's quickly approaching. It's kind of a sort of a blessing in disguise, and hopefully it brings about some normalcy. But in the idea of the holiday season quickly approaching, what should small business owners be focused on now in the idea to prepare to finish out the rest of the year?
So look, I know you're in Florida. I'm in Philly, and I write weekly for the Philadelphia Inquirer. And just a couple weeks ago, I interviewed about a dozen merchants in Philadelphia, small business owners, like how are they preparing for the holiday season. And across the board, the consistent theme was online, online, online. They're all going e-commerce. Now, there's a lot of different places that you can go to sell online. I mean, from your website, there's other platforms. Amazon is the biggest platform to go. They have the biggest market. Not easy to sell. I mean, you got to work at it. There's a lot of competition there. But, Amazon is a company, this is a company that needs small businesses to succeed. I mean, Amazon has about 2 million merchants, developers, consultants, content providers that sell on their site. Half of their products get sold from a small or a medium-sized business. So, this is a company that is trying to support small businesses. So if you do go to a platform like Amazon, they do campaigns. I mean, Prime Day, they just had their Prime Day last week, and 2 weeks before Prime Day, as an example, they had a special campaign just for their small merchants where they were giving away like $10 credits for anybody that bought from a small merchant on Amazon. That alone generated $900 million in sales for their small merchants on Amazon. I know. And then when Prime Day came, they continued to point people more towards their small merchants, and those small merchants wound up selling another $3.5 billion worth of products just over the Prime Day period. It's crazy.
Right.
That's what you get when you align yourself with a big brand and a big platform like Amazon. So those are the kinds of things you should be doing if you want to prepare for the holidays.
Right. And comes back to one of my favorite movies there with Brad Pitt, Moneyball, adapt or die, so to speak. And these are one of the conversations we're having to show where the adaptations are. And like you mentioned with the idea of e-commerce, and it just means for some small businesses kind of just looking at things in a completely 180-degree perspective. It's an idea here where not only has things changed so dramatically, but it's to be expected that you can still come away just maybe on the better end of it, because there is the necessary need to adapt, and so far that's what you're saying a lot of people have done. And then when the help of Amazon to kind of show them the way to do that is where things have been getting a little bit better. And with that, my friend, how can people go to find out a little bit more information?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say if you're in your area, you want to always support your small businesses. I know that Florida itself is more open than other parts of the country, and that's great news to hear. But you still got to support your local merchants there. If you want to support small business nationally, there are a bunch of different places to go. I used Amazon as an example. They have a whole site set up. It's amazon.com/support small. And there, whatever you spend is going to go to a small merchant, and you can even target, minority-owned businesses or female-owned businesses as well. And I mean, look, if you're going to spend money, now or during the holiday season, you might as well, spend it with a small business. So I like Amazon, what they're doing. It's amazon.com/support small.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate it, and thank you for taking the time with us, partner. We'd love to keep that conversation rolling, and for small business, one of the most important things as well. We appreciate it. You guys have a good rest of the week.
You too. Take care.
You got it. More AM Ocala Live coming your way back after this.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.